We are joined by Sarandeep Singh, former India selector and cricketer, and Rishi Chhabra, Indian cricket fan. Sarandeep, let's start with you. Let's start with the obvious, Bumrah magic at the Oval. How good was that spell from Bumrah? In fact, Nasir Hussain called him the best bowler in the world last night on broadcast.
He's the best bowler right now, Sama. I mean, last few years, if we see from 5 to 6 years, he actually handled the Indian cricket team. Normally, we feel like that India is the team, like the batsman wins the game for them. But the time Bumrah comes into the side, after Zahir Khan, we found a very good fast bowler. Now we are dependent on our fast bowlers that they can win matches on their own. And this is what Bumrah did it last night. Even in the test matches, you've seen he bowl his heart out. Whenever he comes in, he always gives his best. Either he's getting wickets or not, he always bowled really well. And he always put another opponent in the difficult position. And this is what he did yesterday. The condition is really favorable for the fast bowlers. And he did exactly right. Bowled on the right spots. Don't try too much things. Don't do much fast bowl bouncers. What we've seen in the England bowlers, they're bowling a lot of short bowlings in that condition. I think this is the best thing. That's why Nasir said and everyone said Bumrah is at the moment is one of the finest fast bowlers in the world cricket.
Another bowler who complimented Bumrah really well was Mohammed Shami. Rishi, he got the crucial wickets of Ben Stokes and Jos Buttler. It was a very crucial spell by Shami as well.
Absolutely. At one end, Bumrah going boom, boom, and Shami complimenting him at the other end. We both know that the kind of a bowler that Shami is, and especially in English conditions, he gets those, the swing and the bounce. And with the overcast condition, not really overcast, but the clouds were there. So that really helped both the Indian opening bowlers, Shami and Bumrah. And, great spell by both of them. I was hoping that England would bundle out, for a much lesser score. But 110 was still, a very good score that, India restricted England to.
Rishi, aren't we too hopeful?
I am, because the kind of a start that we got, 26 for 5, half the squad back in less than, 10 overs. I was actually hoping, we would get England out for a very less score, but very happy with the performance. 10 wickets win in England, you don't get to see that often. And especially the kind of a side that England had, I think brilliant start to the ODI series.
Right. Sarandeep, what are the Indian bowlers doing right in this format, in the shorter format, in fact? Is it the line they bowl? Is it the consistency with which they bowl at? Because whatever they are doing, it is working well for Team India.
Definitely, Sama. It works both ways. You have to be consistent with the line also. It's not only that you're bowling in a good line, but not consistent. You have to be consistency. You bring consistency in your bowling, only then you can get this wicket. Because these are shorter formats. So once you get in a good line, once you get quickly 2-3 wickets, then it will be very difficult for the other team, for the batsmen to come back into the match and set a huge total. It happens very, very less. And especially against the bowlers which we are having right now, Mohammed Shami with Jasprit Bumrah, they both complement each other. And the same way if you see in the batting, Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan, from 9 years they're opening, one of the finest opening players we're having, and they both complement each other. Rohit Sharma started, he keep going, and Shikhar Dhawan, he keep giving a start. He took a single, bring him in, and okay, you carry, and one will be stand on the wicket, one will be keep going for the runs. I think these compliments giving each other, when the team starts doing like this, playing like the partnerships, doing in the bowling, they're bowling in the partnerships, in the batting, they're doing them with the partnerships, and trusting each other. I think this is a big factor for the Indian team. This is what happened. This team built up from last 7-8 years. I mean, these boys are playing from last 7 to 8 years. Now you see the performances, what they're giving. They are mature enough. Now they are delivering. Now they are making easier for the another youngsters like we saw Prasidh Krishna. He played yesterday. He got a 1 wicket. He bowled really well. But this is a thing like Bumrah and Shami make things very easy for them. That's why I said when you are senior, when you're the best, try to help the other bowlers and make them feel very comfortable when they come to the ball. And such a England is a huge side. Yeah. They are huge batting lineup. They all are great players. But the way we perform it, I mean, it's a good. When you have your own day, just go for it. This is all I'm saying in the
Sarandeep Singh, can we say that the trio of Bumrah, Shami, and Bhuvaneshwar, they are the best bowling pair, not just in India but in world cricket at the moment?
Definitely at the moment. Especially, I will feel bad for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar because last 4-5 years, till 2019 World Cup, he and Mohammed Shami and Jasprit Bumrah, they are the most wicket-taking bowlers for us, even in the World Cup. after that few injuries, Bumrah ins and out. But the way you see now Bumrah, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar comes into the T20s, the way he's bowling, the way he's getting wickets, I think these three are the best fast bowlers we have had. The world cricket and the world cricket we are having, because all three are wicket takers. It's nothing like that one has to be taking wickets and other are only stopping the runs, but all three are the wicket takers. And in the early stages, they get 2-3 wickets for you, and they make things easily for the spinners also. Even Chahal feels very happy for that. Okay, first three will gone. He don't have much to the wickets now. I think these things, when these things will be happen in the team, then your team start rising up. Before, I think T20 World Cup is coming, the way our team is playing in white ball cricket, it's phenomenal.
It is indeed a golden period for Indian bowling. But let's also talk about another player who was not playing in this match, Virat Kohli. Rishi, he was out with a groin injury. Do you think he will be rested for the next match as well? Because if he gets match fit, he would be itching to go out and perform.
Well, absolutely. I'm not really sure whether he'll play the next game or not. There's not an official word from the team management yet. But, the next game, let's not forget, is at the Mecca of Cricket, Lords. Yeah. And no better stage for Virat Kohli to go ahead and, shut all the critics, because, he hasn't been in the scoring area. And I'm really hoping, as a fan, I really hope Virat Kohli goes ahead and score those runs, because it really needs to stop all the noise that, Virat Kohli has done. He needs to be given a break and all that stuff. Yeah. So I'm really hoping that he gets a game, he scores big, and what better stage to, stage a comeback.
Right. Sarandeep Singh, a lot has been said about Virat's form. In fact, Sunil Gavaskar, he said this yesterday that Virat gets a lot of flack, unnecessary flack for his form, something that a Rohit Sharma wouldn't. Do you agree with him, or is the criticism justified?
No, I'm totally agree with Sunny sir, what he said. Even I told in my show 3-4 days back that there's unnecessarily these things are happening. Why everyone is on Virat Kohli? I mean, what he did wrong? Every player have a bad time. He's going through a bad time. But the good thing, you look at him, whenever he comes to the field, he come with full confidence inside. In fielding, he gives his 100%. He enjoys other bowlers because jumping in from the slates, he taking catches, he do talk to the players, make him disturb. He do everything what he can do. And even in the batting also, I don't see him batting so badly. If you see even in the ODI, in the T20s, the way he plays some few cover drives, it looks like he's going to score his 100. It's just a matter of time he's not getting into it. This is the only way, because he scored 70 hundreds. Means when he's scoring hundreds and everyone says, okay, he keep on scoring. When are you going to stop? Now he's not scoring, then he said, why he's not scoring it? I think these things happens all the time. Two things happen all the time, and noises will come, because if the standard like Virat Kohli, people have to do some of the things to come back and say. But I think Virat is such a strong mind-headed boy. He just wait for the right time. And the way Rishi said, you never know, Lords will be the place for him to score, to come back in the team. But for him, he has to be fit, because if he's not fit yesterday, this is only a one-day gap. I'm not sure he's going to play in Lords also, because within a daytime, you'll be fit or not. I think that's a big question to the management and for the Virat also.
Well, it would be indeed magical if Virat Kohli makes a comeback at Lords and score those runs. Thank you, gentlemen, for being a part of this show.